You are now in the Black Box. Whoa. With Spider Loke, Most Easty, aka VJ Keyway, and the Google Gang. Let's go!
Snake with Nip Hustle. Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spider Loke. You know I'm in the Black Box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.
Jeter, gratitude is the attitude. This show is a blessing. To be back in the Black Box as we blow a succession, the constant, consistent, continuous content creation campaign continues. Those are the 7 C's. As we navigate upon these 7 C's, I'm the captain of the voyage, SPI Easty, a.k.a. VJ Keyway, Mr. 1597 himself. Tsu Surf, the New Jersey Rollin 60's indictment and Wiretap that shook 2 coasts. It's crazy because we got the big Rico going on over here on the West Coast, and it makes so much noise. You kind of forget how often they throw these things around on the East Coast. From the 9 trade situation, Asanova, Tsu Surf, and then it's a lot of more. That's not even that name's not even that big. But with no further ado, let's see what the indictment that shook 2 coasts that regarding Tsu Surf in New Jersey has been up to.
Deal with this gang violence issue and its impact on quality of life. We've talked to the public safety director in the city of New York, Anthony Ambrose, many times about this, and you work closely with Anthony and his team. Talk about the connection between quality of life and gang violence.
The way that law enforcement overall, the state AG's office, the local county prosecutors, the United States Attorney's Office, was dealing with gang violence was reactive enforcement.
When somebody like Tsu Surf get in trouble, he got a lot to lose.
Rapper Tsu Surf facing a judge today after being indicted in a federal racketeering case.
Yeah, if convicted, he could be spending many years behind bars.
In the shadows of Newark, where ambition and struggle intertwined, a federal storm was brewing. A storm that would shake one of the most notorious sets in the East Coast street legacy, the New Jersey Rolling 60 Crips. Known for their presence in cities like Los Angeles, the Rolling 60s Crips had extended their reach to New Jersey, evolving into a hybrid set of militancy and entrepreneurial ambition, some legal, some not. But in October of 2023, that empire began to crumble. The FBI, in collaboration with local law enforcement and federal prosecutors, unsealed a sweeping indictment targeting the heart of the New Jersey Rolling 60s. Dozens of alleged gang members were named in the RICO case, a term now synonymous with dismantling entire criminal networks. Conspiracy, racketeering, drug trafficking, and gun charges littered the documents. But one name stood out, a name better known in rap battles than in courtrooms: Tsu Surf. Government name Rajon Cox, a lyrical icon, a Newark native, and now a federal defendant. Tsu Surf wasn't just a rapper, he was a symbol. To fans, he represented grit, pain, and poetic street wisdom. But to the feds, he was allegedly a high-ranking member of the Rolling 60s. The indictment alleged Tsu Surf used his fame and platform to help launder drug proceeds, facilitate communications, and maintain the gang's dominance in Newark and surrounding areas.
Everybody, I'm Lisa Evers, full-time investigative journalist for Fox 5 News in New York, and also host of Street Soldiers, which you see on Fox 5, which you see on YouTube, Fox Soul, and also here on Hot 97, iTunes, Spotify, all over the place. We have been getting so many questions about this Tsu Surf case that I wanted to bring in a top criminal defense attorney who has tried federal cases to bring it all together for us and help us really understand what's going on and what has happened. It was 1 week ago today being October 20th, 2022, that Tsu Surf his government name is Rajan Cox, was taken into custody by a U.S. Marshals Fugitive Task Force, the Regional New York, New Jersey Fugitive Task Force, and charged in a federal indictment in a RICO case.
Wiretaps, surveillance, social media, and ultimately cooperation from informants. It all built the framework for a years-long investigation, one that prosecutors said would finally dismantle a violent criminal enterprise. At the core of the RICO case was a series of violent retaliations, armed robberies, firearm recoveries, even connections to unresolved shootings, all linked directly or indirectly to maintaining the set's power structure.
So they're saying that Tsu Surf was picked up in Jersey City.
It's crazy crafty when you got nothing but a whole bunch of them discussing your situation like this on a higher level. I ain't seen a melanated yet. All them faces, crazy.
He was at a home there with a female. The sources say that
more likely than not, all these people reporting on this is their first time even knowing who Tsu Surf is. But they running off the story of that like it's a household name to them. It's crazy.
the house was surrounded by law enforcement and that Tsu Surf with the female tried to go out the back door. But then when they went outside, they saw that there was a lot of law enforcement because you know what kind of presence they're going to take on a case like this. So Tsu Surf and the woman went back into the house and they stayed in there for about an hour in what the law enforcement officials call a barricade. They say he was barricaded inside. It doesn't mean that he was nailing down doors or windows or anything like that. It just means he was inside the home and not willing to come out right away. So they called in these hostage negotiators. They're called crisis negotiators from the U.S. Marshals, New York, New Jersey Fugitive Task Force. They talked with him for...
Oh, my mama Tsu Surf give me the energy of somebody that was really thinking about shooting it out. Facts.
For a while, quite a while apparently, but then he peacefully surrendered.
For Tsu Surf, the writing had been on the wall. He hinted at federal pressure in past interviews. Some say he knew the walls were closing in. Others believe he never thought it would go this far.
You know what I mean? So it's like, if you're going to be in the streets, lock in, be focused, because it's real. You got cops, you got ops, you got, if you going to rap, you got to rap, my nigga. Like, you can't make one in, one out. It's very, very detrimental.
Wow, prophetic. He was talking to himself. That's deep. That's deep to see.
You feel me? It's very detrimental. It's very detrimental.
His 2022 arrest by a SWAT team, broadcasted on social media in real time, was a grim prelude to the indictment. Fans watched in disbelief as the man known for lyrical warfare was now facing real-life battles in a federal courtroom.
It's easy to put in work on this stage. Them air guns be exciting. Anybody can let off these type of rounds because they don't come with indictments. Indictments.
The feds allege that he held the rank of shot caller, a term used to describe someone who gave orders within the set. But what raised eyebrows was how much of Tsu Surf's real life overlapped with his music. Prosecutors claimed his lyrics weren't fiction. They were confessions, from coded references to gang hierarchy to specific events. His songs were entered as evidence.
Typically what's happening, Lisa, is the government is still continuing ongoing investigations. When you're dealing with these multi-defendant indictments, just because you have a certain set of names on any particular indictment, there's usually and often a lot of names that are not yet on that indictment and that are still being investigated. So at times the government doesn't want to bring a lot of attention to the fact that maybe some criminal acts that one person was involved in could give rise to the second person saying, oh, if the first person's been arrested, it may be time for me to flee. So what the government will do in order to not have to deal with that is keep a lot of these indictments sealed such that when they're secret, people don't necessarily know that law enforcement may be looking for them.
And as soon as somebody with our pigmentation speak on it, he still seemed more like one of them than one of us. Even though y'all know we know how to code switch, it's very likely that when that camera off, that dude is like one of our cousins. Right there, it didn't seem like it. Oh, my mama.
But defense attorneys pushed back. They argued Tsu Surf was a storyteller, not a kingpin, that the government was criminalizing art, something the hip-hop world has long warned against. And yet, the indictment didn't hinge on music alone. Informants provided damaging testimony. Surveillance allegedly captured meetings. There was even mention of a gang hierarchy document recovered from a seized phone. The case highlighted a larger trend in federal prosecutions, using racketeering statutes to treat gangs like corporations, complex, organized, and vulnerable to insider collapse.
Can rap lyrics be used as evidence in court? If you're wondering whether rap lyrics can be used as evidence in a court of law, you're not alone. This question has sparked a lot of debate, especially in recent high-profile cases. Let's break it down. Rap lyrics can indeed be used as evidence, but there are some important conditions and controversies surrounding this practice.
Within the indictment were chilling details: drug routes across state lines, extortion tactics against local businessmen, and even accusations of plotting violence against rival sets. This wasn't just about Tsu Surf. This was about legacy, territory, and control. And federal agents were determined to dismantle every layer of the criminal web. Indictment also revealed fractures within the Rollin 60's themselves. Some members had already flipped, cutting deals in exchange for lighter sentences and witness protection. For the streets, it was another reminder of how fragile the code was. Loyalty, once thought unbreakable, began to fade under the weight of federal pressure and mandatory minimums. Tsu Surf pleaded not guilty, but as the trial loomed, the questions piled up. Would he take a deal? Would he go to trial? And how much of the truth will be revealed in open court. Online, his supporters rallied with hashtags and interviews. Some believed he was being targeted for his influence. Others saw it as the inevitable outcome of straddling two worlds.
In hip-hop, I think that we're in a place right now where we really definitely had to, continue to have conversations and stick together, because we see people are now getting locked up for what they send in their music and all type of things that are going on. So, I mean, like, when it comes down to that, how you feel about that, Big U?
I'm going to be, okay, I was just speaking on that because we're trying to put something together to address that. With all the, how they throwing away throwing around these RICOs now, it's just another form of chattel slavery. You start now to prosecute, charge these youngsters for ridiculous crimes that you would have never done before. Because we know that we can all be charged for murder right now, even though we know we're sitting right here in this moment, because it's about a trial of facts, seeing there's enough evidence. There's 1, 2 people say, "Nah, I seen him." That's enough to try you. But now a RICO is even less than that. A RICO doesn't require that. A RICO requires you haven't been committed a crime and me just talking to you on the phone, and then somebody else saying, "Oh, that's what they was talking about, that crime." So it's less.
God damn. A lot of this shit seems prophetic. And if that's the case, man, look how that particular evidence that he just described is present all in his little situation. That's crazy.
That's to do that. You got Surf and them just got picked up for a RICO, and I don't know if y'all know that.
Yeah,
in New Jersey.
Legal experts dissected the case on social media, podcasts, and live streams. It debated whether Tsu Surf's celebrity would help or hurt him, whether the jury would see a man or a myth. The indictment also reignited conversations around criminal justice, racial profiling, and the blurred line between culture and crime. Was Tsu Surf guilty or just guilty of being from where he came from? As the trial date approached, more revelations emerged. Subpoenas, leaked documents, alleged recordings from jail phone calls. The noose was tightening. Federal prosecutors described the Rollin 60's as a criminal enterprise that used fear, loyalty, and violence to maintain its grip. And Tsu Surf, they said, wasn't just in it, he was integral to it. But in court, nothing is ever guaranteed. Cases fall apart, witnesses recant, jurors surprised, and in the world of federal trials, Narrative is everything. This, however, would place Tsu Surf sitting behind bars, which he would await the fight of his life. Not on stage, not in front of a crowd, but in a courtroom, where freedom and legacy hang in the balance. This isn't just a story about gang indictments or hip-hop controversy. It's a story about choices, power in the system that watches from the shadows, waiting to strike. Whether he walks free or is buried in the system, Tsu Surf's name will be etched into hip-hop and street history alike as either a cautionary tale or a misunderstood martyr. On November the 30th of 2023, he was sentenced to 60 months in prison for his role in the racketeering conspiracy and for possessing firearms and ammunition as a convicted felon. John Cox, aka Tsu Surf, 32 years old, of Newark, pled guilty before U.S. District Judge Susan D. Wigginton to 2 counts of a superseding indictment that charged him with Racketeer Influence and Corrupt Organizations Act, aka the RICO, conspiracy in possession of firearms and ammunition by a convicted felon.
Tsu Surf show, 60 months, that's 5 years. He been down like 3, right? Yeah, he should be on his way home soon. On my mama. That's crazy, because they say, I mean, you know, you see him on that stage, the way he say, neighborhood, it don't quite sound right, right? He be saying that 60 shit, it don't quite sound right. But the one time I seen him, he was in L.A. with them niggas. Oh, bye, I'm up out of here.
Hop on the interstate and chase me a bag. Pop bottles every time that I pass. It's that mafia swag, fly crippin'. You see me drippin' all this Mac sauce. Baymax, be about your money at all costs. Hop on the interstate and chase me a bag. Pop bottles every time that I pass. It's that mafia swag, fly crippin'. You see me drippin' all this Mac sauce. Baymax, be about your money at all costs. I'm from the land of the crack pavement. When niggas holler stay dangerous and squabble up just like Javante Davis. Niggas haters, they on lame shit. We be on that game shit. He thought he got away. I chase him down LeBron James shit. Blood stain from the stainless. He need a paramedic. And we play ball. Everybody around me athletic. Still stepping. Well committed. I stand on business. Every load I jump in, that bitch tinted. Don't catch me slipping. About my money low. Run me that bag. Call my bitch and say I need you. She gon' run to me fast. That mafia swag, she can't get enough. And she know I'm by my man. She let her sit and watch me add all this money up. Riders popping out the cut like roaches when the lights on. I'm just like BG with my niggas, whether right or wrong. Dead end mafia. You entering the danger zone. Tiny Macs be cracking heads. You better have your helmet on. Hop on the interstate and chase me a bag. Pop bottles every time that I pass. It's that mafia swag, fly crippin'. You see me dripping all this Mac sauce. Baymax. Be about your money at all costs. Hop on the interstate and chase me a bag. Pop bottles every time that I pass. It's that mafia swag, fly crippin'. You see me dripping all this Mac sauce. Baymax, be about your money at all costs. These niggas be hopping out of foreign whips and feeling like they run shit. The homie like Nick Cannon, he a fool with them drumsticks. Serve him and they done with. Have all of them niggas hit. Something heavy in my Baymax sweater. You see the gun print. Yeah, got me bent behind tent, but I'm low key, give a fuck about the busters. The real niggas fuck with me, I move solo. Two pro clubs over polo. You won't catch me in none of you niggas photos. Y'all too friendly. Hopping out, spilling my Remy, smoking on good pressure. Always in a different low. Gotta keep these niggas guessing. Firearms in my possession. Steady counting my blessings. Believe in God and believe in this weapon. And try not to do too much stressing. Ain't seen my daughter in months. And when we FaceTime, I shed tears, I can't help it. And still connected in these streets just like Wi-Fi. Chucking up the set for death though. We gon' rip ride. Hop on the interstate and chase me a bag. Pop bottles every time that I pass. It's that mafia swag, fly crippin'. You see me dripping all this Mac sauce. Baymax, be about your money at all costs. Hop on the interstate and chase me a bag. Pop bottles every time that I pass. It's that mafia swag, fly crippin'. You see me dripping all this Mac sauce. Baymax, be about your money at all costs.
Nigga in that hustle. Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter Low. You know, I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.
It's the homie cook-up boss, goddammit, Cub Low. And y'all tuning in to the Wake and Bake show with goddammit the homeboy Spider Low.
Here with SPI, the realest nigga in LA.
Spider this bitch!
My nigga Spider Low. Spider Low, nigga.
Spider Low.
It's Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low, that's my nigga.
Spider Low.
Spider Low. Shout out to SPI, that motherfucking nigga.
Spider Low, Wake and Bake. Better keep it Google, nigga.
Loke is in LA somewhere doing what he's doing.
In the words of Spider Loke, on my mama's mama.
Spider Loke's gear. This is Bay Mac.
Nate Blood, C-Mac. Shout out my Loke, Spider Loke, huh? Nate Blood, on hood. It's a beautiful world. You fight me? Fight, quit.
Point blank, do no subliminal dissing. When I listen, I can tell you never been on no mission. Sticking to the script, don't care if I offend you. Neighborhood crib, the marathon
I overlook my competition, never seeing them. I done train my mind that I'm going. You could tell by how I walk, talk, I'm a boss. A east side millionaire, homie, what you thought? My life is a movie. They can't get close to me. They mad cause they can't be. I'm everything that they wanna be, yeah.